2022 had some great releases for collectors, but it also had some really crappy moments. But with 2022 in the rearview mirror, it's time to look forward to the future. And that's what I'm doing here today. We're going to count down my top 10 most anticipated toy releases of 2023. Let's do it. What's up, everybody? My name is Matt, often called Big Nerdy. Together we are the NWO, the Nerd World Order, and this is Nerdzoic. On this channel, we understand and recognize a scientific fact. Toys make people happy. It is our job and responsibility to spread the happiness of this plastic crack we love so much, and maybe make the world a better place in the process. Now for this video, we're going to cover every line I collect. I tried to keep it balanced so there's a little bit of everything, but it ended up being 50% Marvel. I am who I am. As far as what I allowed to be in this list, I only dealt with known releases and really good leaks. Rectangular, looking at you. I think it's time to get rolling. Are you anticipating number 10? I know it was a dad joke, at least I didn't sing the Carly Simon song. Coming in at number 10 is Hawkeye with his Sky Cycle. This has been heavily rumored but not confirmed. I have no inside knowledge here as a toy seller. However, this has been rumored for a bit now. As far as my collecting of Marvel Legends, I have a rule. That rule is I only get one version of every character, and I want it to be their definitive version. The only kind of break in that rule is I do get an MCU and a comic book version. For the most part, usually I lean more towards comic, but hey, here we are. And that leaves me with three options for a comic book Hawkeye. I could go back 20 years and get the Toy Biz version, which I don't think looks that good. I could get the one from the All-Father Build-A-Figure that's probably pushing 8 or 9 years old at this point. I don't think that looks all that good. I would love to get the retro one because I think that looks great, but it's pretty darn expensive and I don't feel like paying for it. I even hung out in Ross's all over last year trying to see if it came in because it was rumored to be showing up there, but no luck. To be perfectly honest, I could care less about the Sky Cycle. I just want my Hawkeye. Coming in at number 9 is the Black Series Ki-Adi-Mundi. Now this has been listed as a pipeline reveal, so we know it's coming, it's been confirmed. We just haven't seen any renders of it yet. If you're not familiar with this character, he was a prequel Jedi Council member / master who was played by Andy Dick. Okay, he probably wasn't really played by Andy Dick. Ki-Adi-Mundi is supposed to be a pretty powerful Jedi relative to other Jedi, but somehow he manages to get mowed down by a bunch of clones, so I don't think he's all that powerful. When it comes to the Black Series, my favorite thing to collect are Jedi and Sith. This falls clearly right in that category. It's a figure we have never gotten in 6-inch form, so yeah, I'm excited for this one. Coming in at number 8 is Cosmic Legions. That's right, I'm picking an entire line here. I'm gonna be in from the very beginning with this one, folks. Personally, I won't be a completionist here, but all the non-army builder characters and the Sphinxian guard guys, they're a must-have for me. I don't know if Wave 2 is gonna make it in 2023, so it might not make sense to put in this video, but if it does, I want, prepare for name butchering, 𝐾𝐈𝐒𝐄𝐄, Novenrum Len, who looks like Bosk, and 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐝𝐴𝐻𝐿, which looks like some kind of a zombie dude. My gut feeling here is that these are going to be super hot when they come out, and there's going to be many people who passed on them initially when the Four Horsemen put these out, because it was almost a year ago at this point. There's going to be like a mad dash for these on all of the approved retail sites. And I'm not going to lie, I can already imagine people making Highborn Slog do the Jabba laugh. Ho, 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 ho. And yes, by people, I do mean me. Coming in at number 7 is the 1989 Batmobile by McFarlane Toys. I don't know if this has been revealed. If not, I'm sorry, I might be in trouble for this one. Anyway, this is the last McFarlane item that I am buying for the toy store. There's a lot of reasons for that. It is not a slight on McFarlane. I'll still be collecting it, but it's not going into the store. This one I had to buy though. In my mind, the 89 Batmobile design is like the definitive Batmobile. I believe this thing's gonna be priced right around 75 bucks, so I expect it to be a really good value, and man, my hopes are really high here. I hope they don't get let down. Coming in at number 6 is more Marvel Legends No Way Home figures. To be perfectly honest, over the last 12 to 24-ish months, I have become less interested in MCU figures, but I am super pumped for any of these. Now, these are all rumored, not confirmed, but I'm gonna go with in my gut that they're probably coming because it only makes sense to make them because it's like printing money. I personally did not buy the Spider-Man 3-pack from Hasbro Pulse because there were no unmasked heads, so I'm hoping that this wave includes all 3 Spider-Mans with alternate unmasked heads. Other things I would need from this wave, if it's true, and hopefully these are in it, I need a Green Goblin from the movie. I need a Doc Ock. I need a lawyer version Matt Murdock. I didn't think we were gonna get a second wave of No Way Home figures because the movie was released a year ago, but If rumors are true, we might be. Even if it's not a full No Way Home wave, maybe it's like a greatest hits MCU wave, whatever. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. Coming in at number 5 is, oh, shocker, more Marvel Legends. Specifically, X-Men 97 figures. As we near the release of the X-Men 97 animated series, I think it's safe to assume that we're going to get a good bit of X-Men figures from the show. There's a couple characters that I need. For my personal collection, I don't have a Bishop, I don't have a Magneto. And personally, I love that Jim Lee-ish design. I think that's who these 92 X-Men, or 97 now, are based on, and that's kind of what my entire X-Men collection is based on. I don't care all that much for the cell shading, but, you know, I love that design. So yeah, I need a Magneto because my favorite one is that Family Matters one. No, not Urkel, the other Family Matters. And I really love it, but I'm not paying the price that it costs for that thing. And I'm super excited to watch this cartoon. I know I'm 40 years old and I'm saying that, but I am, because I'm gonna watch this with my kids, because they went and binged the entire first part of the series earlier this year, and yeah, gonna be special. Coming in at number 4 is more MCU Marvel Legends. And again, I can't believe I'm saying this based off the fact that I'm not super hot on the MCU figures anymore. But that said, some of the things that are rumored excite me. Specifically these 3. First off, the Kingpin. Vincent D'Onofrio Kingpin is a must for me. Like, that is something that I don't even think about. It's just an immediate buy. And for those of you wondering how I actually work that, considering I own a store, basically what happens is when the pre-order goes up, as soon as I hit the live button, I go in and place one for myself, because I want one too. Now that Kingpin is the perfect base for a big nerdy custom, because he's got my body type, he's got my hairstyle, all he needs is a goatee. Next up we got It Was Agatha All Along. Enough said, right? I really want this figure. I love that character. I'm one of the few people who really enjoyed WandaVision. In fact, I'm pretty sure WandaVision is my favorite part of Phase 4 so far, which is really not saying much for Phase 4. The last figure that I'm lumping into this part of the countdown is Nick Fury. Amazingly, we have not gotten a Nick Fury in a long time. The only version, to my knowledge, that we got as far as MCU Nick Fury is the one that came in a 3-pack for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that was like years ago. I think it was a Toys R Us exclusive, and it's going for over $100 nowadays. Coming in at number 3 is a Black Series Black Krrsantan based on the show. Most collectors seem to have been pretty disappointed with the comic book version of Black Krrsantan, but that was a comic book version, hence why it was in the publishing correction. This though, this is going to be based on the show. I'm pretty sure this was pipeline revealed. If not, you gotta know it's coming, right? And frankly, this is a chance to right the Black Krrsantan ship, because it better not just be a repainted Chewbacca. It needs to be much bigger than Chewbacca. It needs to be a little taller, it needs to be more beefy. If he needs to come with a bigger price tag, so be it. I would much rather pay $32 for a correct Black Krrsantan than $25 for a Chewbacca with some dark wash on it. And it really sucks that in 2023 we have to say that about toys. Like, it kind of sucks for Hasbro, not good, but that's where we're at. His whole storyline is one of my favorite parts of the Boba Fett show, which was admittedly kind of lackluster, but I really enjoyed him in it. Coming in at number 2 is a Marvel Knights Marvel Legends wave. This one we know very little about. The rumor has just been leaked in a few places that we're going to get a wave of Marvel Legends based on Marvel Knights. To be honest, I have no clue exactly what that entails. Marvel Knights is a Marvel imprint started in 1998 and last seen in 2019 that touches on more mature adult themes in comics, but wasn't quite at the level of the adult themes seen in the Max imprint. So it's somewhere in the middle. This is special to me for a couple of reasons. One, it's where I started my Marvel Comics journey last year, when I said, you know what, I want to try to read a lot, because all I really knew was like the last 10 years of modern comics. So I'm like, I'm gonna go back further and read some. So I started in 1998 with Marvel Knights. Special place in my heart. The second reason I'm excited for this is there's a very high probability that we'll get a Punisher figure here, because he was a big part of that imprint. And I love me some Punisher. Now, who is in this wave? I don't have a clue. I don't think anybody does, so let's speculate. Punisher, as I just said, very high probability. How about Black Panther? I believe the Christopher Priest run was part of the whole Marvel Knights imprint. Honestly, I think there's a pretty low chance of this, because the version of Black Panther that came in the Atuma Build-A-Figure wave looks a lot like the Marvel Knights design. It might even be based on it, I don't really know. I just know that it looks very similar, possibly the same. Daredevil, I'm gonna give that a medium chance, because it would be high, but we just got that Daredevil in a 3-pack with the toe joint, so I don't know. I'm always good for more Daredevil. Number 1 favorite superhero for this guy. Then Black Widow, I think there's a very high chance of this, because I can only think of one Hasbro Black Widow figure based on the comics. That's the retro one that is done really well. So yeah, this will be a perfect time to give us a more adultish one. Elektra, low chance, we just got one. Ghost Rider, even lower chance, we just got one. Man-Thing, very high chance. If this is like a traditional wave, I would imagine that the Build-A-Figure is a Man-Thing. Shang-Chi, I'm gonna say say hi, even though we just got a comic book Shang-Chi a few years ago. That was before the movie. That figure's pretty sought after now, so it's a good time to revisit the character. Luke Cage, super high. Like, we do not have enough Luke Cage representation in this line. I don't even think we got a Luke Cage figure that's not an MCU figure, so I'm gonna give him a super high chance. Coming in at number 1 is the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles van. I'm gonna be honest here, nothing even came close to sniffing number 1 when I was putting this video together. There has never been a pre-order that has seen me whip out my credit card faster than this thing. I have no idea where the hell I'm gonna put this thing when it arrives, but I just can't wait. Now we just need a re-release of April so I don't have to pay $1 million for one, and I am set. While not everything in this video is confirmed, it's all pretty likely. What's not confirmed though is a bunch of other things that I would like to see happen or come out next year. You might call them a wish list. Find out what I'm hoping to see in the world of action figures in 2023 by watching this video here. Fingers crossed. And remember, you gotta get old, but you don't have to grow up. Just be cool and stay nerdy. Later.